Okay, today is November 17th, 2016, and right now at 9 p.m. in the foothills of Los Angeles, we have a temperature of 49 degrees. The relative humidity is 43%. Dew point is 28 degrees, and we have a barometric pressure of 30 inches. And that has risen quite a bit. This morning we had a barometer reading of 29.94. And we have an approaching storm right here. This is a 994 millibar storm. In the video yesterday, this was a 981 millibar hurricane force storm out further west. But this has moved in, and it's moving fairly in an easterly pattern. And it has a transmitter on it. We can see that right angle, as a matter of fact. Let's put the envelope on that. And we can see that fits very, very well. And this straight edge right here is over 1,000 miles long. You take this same length right here and superimpose it over the border of California right down here at the Mexican border. This goes all the way up halfway into Oregon. So that's easily 1,000 miles as the crow flies. All right, so that's a very well-defined right angle that is created by a transmitter. Microwave transmitter, which is manipulating this storm, trying to weaken it as it moves towards the United States. You can see we have a lot of very heavy rain in this area. Some of that is offshore of California. And also we have a right angle on this storm right out over Colorado right here. That's not too well defined, but it's being manipulated. We can see that square feature. All right, let's run the loop. And this should be delivering many, many inches of rain to California, but we can see that a high pressure dome of high pressure right here has been installed, and we can see all that clockwise rotation right here. In fact, there's a contour. Everything is moving right around this area of high pressure. There's nothing getting in. We see some of this moisture is peeling off and moving into central and southern California. Let's go ahead and run this loop. And we can see the chemtrails being laid out right here, right through here. And of course, we can see that right angle right there. That's about as good as it gets. Fits perfectly. All right. Now, there was some violent weather over Colorado today, and we can see that there's clockwise rotation right on top of this storm, right there. And that will cause a lot of violent activity when they're forcing hot descending air into the middle of a cold vortex right here. So it would be interesting to know what sort of weather they actually had in Colorado and through this area, because this will generate a golf ball and baseball sized hail, this kind of activity. When they mix hot air from a transmitter, and that's exactly what's going on here. We can see that clockwise rotation right on the center of that storm. And that's a separate transmitter from the one that's generating this right angle right up here. They've got something going on here, and then they have a separate transmitter right there generating some clockwise rotation. Okay, next we have jet stream flow. Let's look at the jet stream map, and they're indicating flow straight into California. This is where that storm is. It's coming down and around and right into California. And so what do we see? We see that the jet stream flow into California has been manipulated. It's been cut off right here. So the flow of the jet stream comes down, it's interrupted, it evaporates and moves right into California, along with the chemtrails, which are being sprayed right here. So we've got a transmitter right on top of this system generating that rectangle. And then we have this problem here. because we've got the jet stream right into California, so they've got the jets up spraying. Let's look at the geostationary, the SSEC water vapor map, and we can see those chemtrails very easily right here being sprayed right there. Now today we had a lot of natural clouds in the skies, a lot of cumulus type rain clouds. I didn't see any chemtrail. Well, actually I did. I saw some haze that was spread out over the clouds, as a matter of fact. Yeah. So they were spraying. It's just the lines were not very well defined. It was a haze that moved in offshore. So there was definitely spraying going on. And also we see the spraying right here, right there. And we can see that right angle. Okay, let's go back to the maps. So we've got the jet stream flow right into California, and they've got that all taken care of. Everything is being sprayed. We've got no rain. Let's go look at the Doppler map right now. We can see there's zero rain in the entire state, except for, looks like now we're getting something right on the corner, right up in the very corner there. But the rest of the state is bone dry. All right, let's look at the surface analysis map. We can see the developing storm there, 994 millibar, moving to the northeast. And they've got high pressure installed right down here, 1020 millibar. We've got 1025 right here. All right, let's go back and take another look at this. There's a transmitter separating these two storms. There's a big channel of blockade built in here to prevent all this moisture from feeding right into that vortex. We can see right here there's high pressure that's they're trying to maintain a separation here, but jet stream flow is powerful. It's moving right into California. We can see some of that is getting right into the core of this system. They've got a transmitter, as I say, right here, generating clockwise rotation. And of course, this transmitter is cutting off the moisture that would otherwise be moving right into California. Okay, so there's the story, and we can see that rotation right there. And some of this is peeling off. We can see that moisture right on the jet stream moving right over Central and Southern California. All right, here's the sea level pressure map. We have a closed low right here. 500 millibar. We have a low down here off of Mexico. We've got the closed low right here. You can see some squiggly lines through Idaho, and also right over this area where that transmitter is generating clockwise rotation, right in the core of that storm moving over Colorado and out over the Dakotas. So we're seeing those squiggly lines right where all that manipulation is occurring. And so we see that there are varying degrees of high and low pressure showing up right here, precisely where that transmitter is working. Here's the 300 millibar map. See a closed low right down here. Another low up here. This is that storm. And we have the same series of squiggly lines right in this area. So the question is, are we going to get any rain on Sunday and Monday? And my guess is no, we won't. We'll get chemtrails. We might get maybe a couple of 1/100ths of an inch. That'll be what we get, if anything. And they've got very strong high pressure right here. We can see the outline of that gradient right there. This is just all walling up on that high pressure. This is stationary high pressure that's been installed to redirect and block this storm system. We can see the bow in that frontal system. This should be a curved frontal system all the way down through this area, and instead it's bowing in the other direction because of that high pressure. And of course the chemtrails are being sprayed. Okay, so that's it. We'll do another update tomorrow.